All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the
Chioz
Empire. Today,
the word.
well, that was a bit delayed, but okay. Today we have Roland joining us on the airwaves. Please give a warm welcome to Roland, a man in his late 30s residing in the East Coast. While he may seem like your average citizen at first glance, there is much more to him than meets the eye. Roland is a big fan of card games. In 2021, he discovered Cornucopias and became an active member of their Discord server, and then later joined the Knights Guild, where he collaborates with like-minded individuals. He can often be found immersed in the world of gaming, where he unleashes his imagination in captivating fantasy worlds. Additionally, he possesses a keen interest in the Internet of Things, IoT systems, and has acquired several helium hotspots showcasing his dedication to cutting-edge technologies. But Roland's interests extend beyond the digital realm. He is also a proud dog owner, cherishing the companionship and joy that his furry friends bring into his life. So without further ado, let's dive into this discussion with Roland about his experiences in Cornucopias and his thoughts on the exciting possibilities offered by Web3 and the metaverse. Welcome, Roland.
Hi. The Chioz Empire. Thank you for having me on your show. That was some introduction. You really did your homework on me.
So it's all correct information. I didn't put in some.
It is all correct.
All right. That's good. You deserve a good introduction.
I know. I can't stop smiling. That was actually pretty great.
I can send it to you later. So, you can also listen to it afterwards, obviously. All right. So let's start.
The helium hotspots is actually interesting. That's my entry to Web3 too.
Well, it wasn't quite my entry, but I got in not late, but midway into it, and I was able to bring in a profit. Not much.
No, it's not much these days.
No, but they had the right idea. The Internet of Things. Devices.
And have you connected any small sensors to it?
No. I haven't gotten out to where where that miner is, and it's just running. It's just active running. I haven't gone out and done anything to it.
Well, it's fun to think about the possibilities.
Yeah.
But there's also possibilities in Cornucopias.
Quite a few. I love everything about Cornucopias. Well, not everything, but yes, it's something I've been looking for many years, and I came across it.
What happened? How did you get across it?
I attended an event called the Cardano Summit in 2021. 2021 was the year that I stumbled across cryptocurrency and investing. But yeah, I attended that event. It was virtual. It was on like a virtual turtle, and they showed all kind of projects that they were launching on Cardano. One was Cornucopias. Rob, he gave a thrilling speech. He said quite a lot, but as soon as I knew about the Discord, I came over and joined. I was quite new to Discord at that time too. I think that was my first year on Discord.
That's correct. I saw that. Your first joining Cornucopias was September 26th. You got an OG automatically there.
Oh yeah. Rob, he said a lot. It wasn't just for the OG role. he said that there was a place, a role in the community for newcomers. He listed out all the utilities that role, would have, and I was like, hey, it wouldn't hurt, And besides, I love the idea of the game, and I found myself immersed in other metaverse games, and they didn't go by metaverse, but there were interactive worlds where characters interacted, and they had still do have what's the word I'm looking for? The thriving ecosystem within the game. Is just not that popular. But I came across Cornucopias, and I was like, I love it, especially the building. I'm a strategist myself. I love land placements and playing games like that.
So it's a good fit.
I think so.
This must have meant that you got to be around for the first mint and Javelin mint. How did those things go for you?
Well, it was all new because I come from a time where to mint an NFT, you just send your ADA to a random wallet and just hope, that you got, your asset in return. But they changed the way we look at NFTs and the way mints are, in my opinion.
At the time, it was
better now.
At the time, that's the derp technology they used. Remember that?
Derp.
Derp birds.
Yes.
Mint now.
And it was random. When you got into the queue, you just went into the queue and you hoped that you came before 12,000 or something. But at the time when this sprinter was being minted, it was also, you could mint 3 at a time. You paid like 360, 120 per sprinter. And how did that go for you? Did you even mint in that one?
I wasn't able to. I had to pick it up off the secondary market.
Okay.
It was just that competitive.
It was hard to get into that.
Yeah. And
how did you do? How did you do now in yesterday's mint?
Yesterday, man, I did. This was the best one yet. The first one I received a uncommon. Then there was the legendary.
Nice.
Yes, and that was the first rarity of that caliber. And then the last one was a rare.
Oh,
very nice.
I know.
Very good, very good. So you're just missing the mythic and the common one. But the common one though is now very cheap.
I think I'm going to pick up a few of them too because the supply is so low. I just think they're so underpriced right now.
Yeah, definitely, that's true. Well, we got an common, uncommon, a rare, and another common, I think, right?
Yeah, I minted one for my dad. He got a common, unfortunately.
So you didn't go with you didn't get 6. You didn't get 6 of them?
No, we stopped after getting 2 each or even one. Yeah, so we got 3 between the two of us. Yeah.
Well, that's understandable. I've noticed that quite a few people in the community are over leveraging. These are investments, and some people just we hoping for the best, but a lot of people are over leveraging with these NFTs, but
yeah, I could feel the FOMO. I was like, oh, he got legendary, he got mythic. Maybe I should try one more tier, because we actually bought the whale and we had the tier 2 vehicle, but we also bought the corn connoisseur, the 3rd tier. So yeah, technically we could mint 6, I think. Was it 4 or 5? But we didn't. Yeah, we kind of just saw that we're good. We're good. I don't think we're gonna be so much into the racing part. We are gonna be more, I think, into the metaverse part of the things. How about you? What are you looking forward to most?
The metaverse part, the building, the cultivating, the building out your land, exploring and meeting new people. I enjoy racing and racing games. I enjoy almost all games. You know, if it's enjoyable, even if it's not that enjoyable, if it's just something to pass the time, I find enjoyment in a lot of things. But I am planning on racing, and I'm looking into try to get some type of sponsorship where I can get a device, a gaming rig, and maybe some cameras and do some content, put it out there.
Very nice.
That's good.
So you must be practicing with the Knights Guild then, huh?
I am. But I recently, Red Out 2? I recently just downloaded that on PS4, and it has a pretty good tutorial on there. And I believe it's going to be similar, the mechanics. So I've been practicing on that.
Yeah, I remember Josh was showing off the braking system and the turning system. There is something on the flying vehicles that you cannot do on the cars with wheels. There's some physics there that just works better.
Yeah, you talking about the strafing?
Strafing, yes.
Yeah, the strafing. But also that was interesting with the vehicle reveal, how they were describing the different braking systems. You have the flaps and the reverse thrusters. That's gonna be, which one to use. If you're gonna remember which button to press and all that combinations. That's gonna be interesting to see which maybe even racetrack is better maybe to have the flaps instead of the reverse thrusters to gain the most out of it, like the handling.
Yes, I can't wait to get my hands on the map, because that's where it goes. That's where you're really studying going in. You know what speeds to take, which corners. I just can't wait to get my hand on the map.
I also wonder about the practicing. If, like they talked about, you may end up in a hospital if something bad happens. Does that mean that we can practice and have the risk of going to the hospital?
No, I think what Rob was lately mentioning is that when you do the practice sessions, you don't get the rank. You can do as many as you want, and you don't break your even vehicle, I think, but then you don't have the stats, right? When you just do the practicing. So it's like unlimited practice, but it doesn't count for anything then. If you break the track record, right? It's not gonna count.
Right. That's a good point. He said that.
So I don't think it would be fair to break your vehicle or end up in the hospital when you're just doing practicing and just trying to learn how to race. Oh, that would be my assumption, at least.
I would think that trip to the hospital should be still warranted. Hey, even though you're practicing, you should, err on the side of caution.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, in that sense that you get some kind of, not penalty, but I don't know how to.
Yeah, not just out there just wrecking just to be wrecking, or
Yeah. But I want to go to the hospital and see. I've never been in a game where I actually end up in the hospital or crashing.
But then you don't want the bills, man. You don't want the bills.
Hey, I got some copy. It's okay.
Yeah. That's how Grand Theft Auto was. Once you crash or your avatar is killed, they respawn you in front of a hospital with a small amount of your cash being deducted.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that how the insurance work?
Yeah, I'm also wondering, we were mentioning insurance. Will they be like how you have sponsors, right? maybe your sponsors would cover the insurance fee or something like that if you were like a top ranking racer. That could be interesting to see how that goes and how much it's gonna cost. And yeah.
Yes. There's so many businesses just gonna just explode. So much is gonna come from this. The in-game economy is, you can just see so much, being developed, and even just going into the Discord and looking at the ideas of other people have, and it's like months of them. I'm just scrolling through, and I'm like, I thought my ideas were good, and
Yeah.
That's true.
But that's the beauty. That's the beauty of a community like this. When you build simultaneously as you build the game, you have the input of the community. That's like the massive brainstorming happening in Discord, and I'm guessing they got some good ideas from people in Discord from that. So that's something that's so different from the regular gaming companies, right?
I think so. Because I think of myself as a traditional gamer, and normally you don't really have much input. You get an update every 3 to 6 months, maybe a year, every year, But I'm a person that grew up, we didn't have a lot of money growing up, and I've always obsessed over games. And some of the first games I used to play is when I used to go over my cousin's house. We used to go there every other weekend, and I'm over there on his Sega, and days after school, I'll try to find as many quarters as I can. I go to the laundromat and I'll play the arcades there.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, I don't think I had so many arcades here in Norway or even in Poland. I don't recall so many. I think it's very typical of the States, I think, with the arcades.
Yeah, well, they only had those in the city where I was. The small little arcades, there's just a few of them. And you'll find them in the laundromat or a convenience store.
Yeah, that would make sense. You're waiting for your laundry. You can use the time for some game.
That was the idea.
Yeah, clever.
You mentioned only like the strategy types.
Yes.
What kind of strategy games?
Well, because of the requirements of PCs nowadays, I try to stick with games where that's compatible to the device I have, and that's mainly role-playing games. I mean, turn games like Civilization and Command and Conquer. I play chess. Just quite a few games that I love to play, and they're more strategies. It takes months, sometimes years to complete.
Civilization can do that. Just one more turn.
Yeah, just one more turn, and then once you win, even after you win and it's over, you can still continue to keep going.
Yes.
Nice. So you maybe, do you like board games as well? Like, I would imagine you're a fan of Risk board game.
I am. I love Risk. I love board games, Monopoly, Life.
Mm-hmm.
If you have custom domed, maybe you see yourself. I don't know how to. Do you have a plan for that custom dome?
Not at the moment.
Board games.
That's kind of far in the future for me right now. A custom dome, community. Yeah, maybe in a few.
The Knights Guild, right? So there are different genres of activities going on in the guild. So come on over to Roland. Let's play chess on the beach.
Yeah, that would be nice. Not really my flavor though. Yeah, if I'm in the metaverse, I don't want to play chess. I wouldn't mind playing chess. I want to hop on an ATV or go skydiving.
While you're playing chess, skydiving. Yeah, that can work.
Now you're making more ideas again. Yeah, see, brainstorming again.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's the beauty about the custom dome. Everything is custom. You can fall upwards and play chess.
Inverted chess game or something, or 3D chess maybe, or what's the chess called in Star Trek?
4D chess.
4D chess. Okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah. Is there anything maybe you would like to ask us? A question to us?
Yeah, sure. I had a list. I had some cue cards somewhere, but I said to myself, I'm not going to make this too. I'm good. I don't want it to be too structured. So I kind of pushed them out the way.
What's the first thing that pops to your head, what you would like to know?
Well, what do you plan on doing once the game, since you're not since you're not big into racing, what aspect of the game do you find yourself gravitating more towards?
Empire?
Okay, first, all right. Yeah, I would say I'm similar to you, and I would probably enjoy most the farming and just building out and collecting things. Or just, getting lost. I think many of in the community really just want to get lost in Solace and just walk around and make some side quests and look for hidden gems or something, or do some trips with friends maybe. I like fishing as well, so maybe that would be something I would pursue.
Okay.
I definitely tried racing. I want to try, but I did try a little bit the Red game myself, and I'm not really good at it, so I don't have high hopes of making it on the top charts, so I might as well, be realistic and stick to what I know.
Well, no one's good when they first start, it takes, some weeks to, hone in your skills.
Yeah. Well, I'm the type, unfortunately, that pushes all the buttons because I forget the button combinations on the controller. So I panic when there is something to do with speed and being fast or being attacked or defense or something. I totally forget all the buttons and combination and just run. So I'm not really good at those type of games, I feel. So I like it more that it's relaxing. Games should be relaxing to me, not stressful. I feel the adrenaline might be a little too high on the racing part.
Okay. That's understandable. I like that thrill and that rush, I used to do, growing up as a kid, I used to get upset. I was playing the game and I'm in a dungeon or it's this difficult stage and my heart started pumping. And sometimes I'll even bust out crying, you're like, you crying. Like, why am I crying over this game? I got so far and I died, and this is the days before memory cards.
Oh, you had to do it all over again.
Which game?
I think this was Lauren Croft, Tomb Raider, I believe.
Oh. That's a lot of games.
Uh-huh. Oh, wow.
The greatest...
What about you?
Me?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Are we gonna work together or are we gonna go separate ways? You're gonna racing and I'm gonna do the building.
You're gonna do the farming. And I'm gonna take the swords we stored in our armory, go into the influence zones and hunt for some special items.
Okay,
And of course,
Ooh, nice.
interesting.
it's going to be fun. We're going to be a group. I think we need to go into the influence zones, which are dangerous, and we gotta find the loot.
Yeah, so it's gonna be fun to see. We're gonna get to practice soon with a mini version of Solace in the Megadome Racing, Kalita Valley.
And that's a very good point. When they say we are launching Cornucopias game with special access to the Kalita Valley, that is exciting.
It is. I was excited when I heard the mobile version of the game, and because it was more access to more people.
True.
And once they said, "Hey, this is not just a racing game. This is actually Cornucopias," and you can just enter the racing through the game. I'm like, okay, that's a better way of announcing it.
Yeah.
Because people are gonna come to it, and they're gonna see this racing game as Cornucopias, and vice versa. So might as well just go with it,
A taste of Solace will be there, so we can. It's easy to understand that racing is not the only thing.
Yeah, and I believe they're gonna release Solace a lot sooner than anybody expect. I think the racing aspect is more of a test. Like I believe that's what I heard before. Is a test for Cornucopias, to let people in and to test out the equipment.
The upgrades, the marketplace, and how many players can be on at the same time in what area.
But they do that with many things like casinos and hotels. They have a soft opening, right? They call it, I think. So I imagine this is like a soft opening. We open for a specific group just to test the systems and to try it out, and then we're gonna have a grand opening, right? So I see that in that way.
Yeah, but I can see a lot of people being disappointed about that, though.
Oh yeah, but you're always gonna have people that are not happy because they had something in their mind and then they get disappointed.
Yeah, you
They
can't.
get high expectations.
You can't satisfy everyone.
No,
True.
That's it.
And yeah,
What about the esports parts of the racing? I'm not sure. Does the Knights Guild have anything set up for the league coming up? The leagues organized? Yeah.
it's just not. In my opinion, it's just not enough information. I know the requirements of esports. I don't know them offhand, but I dabbled and looked at some of the requirements, and it's not enough information to see how, even if.
And not information from the Knights Guild either at this time, maybe?
Well, not until we get more information from the makers of Cornucopias. Yeah, from the.
Yeah.
We're at a standstill. Well, not a standstill, but there's not much we can do. And myself, I'm not the biggest. I don't like to speculate and to keep, because anything can change, and you make plans and you set your ideas about what you're gonna do, and then, hey, what happened to this aspect y'all said that was gonna happen a year ago?
Yeah.
Things changed.
Yeah, they did say that. I remember they were surprised, actually, Rob and Josh. They were so surprised that the guild started popping up so fast. So I think it was like a little, early. It's good to start early, but then, as you say, you don't have the information to speculate. Yeah, you have to speculate, but then you have to kind of go back to the drawing board because things will change on their way, so you cannot really make it as stable as you would if you form a guild when the game is already out. So I can see that being a difficulty for the guilds. That's why they're kind of trying to always ask about the economy or game economy and things like that. They're trying to get ahead of the game, really, but they're not ready for that yet, I feel.
I spent most of this time talking about me, and I didn't even talk about Roland of Gilead and the how I chose that name. Maybe next time.
No, please. This is part of the things you wanted to mention. So
Yeah. Well, I am a huge Stephen King fan. I grew up reading his books and watching the movies that was, made from his books. And I've always carried that with me. Roland is not my favorite character, but he's one of the characters that resign, that I like. I like the story. But Roland himself, he's a gunslinger, but from his time, they used to be knights. His weapon, his 6-shooter, was forged from the sword of Excalibur during medieval times. Yes, gunslingers are just like knights. They're like policemen of the realm. They come from a world called Midworld. Midworld is a different. Hard for me to explain because he hasn't really told me much about it. But he's from a place called Midworld, I believe, and he crosses from world to world using these portals on the end of these beams. These beams are what hold the universe together. Each world is held by these beams. And this world is a little different. These beams are actually blockchains, and they're an enemy called these breakers who's out to break the beam and bring down the tower.
okay.
So you see him as your in-game character, then you're gonna try to recreate that kind of character in the Cornucopias game?
Well, yeah, something like that. Actually, I'm trying to get him out of my head because he's driving me crazy. Somehow he lost.
You need a new PFP then, and a new name then, if you try to change it.
No, just need to once the game is released. We've tried different games. Like, I'm not the hugest fan in this story. But it was written by Stephen King. It's public. All this stuff is in there. It's not that popular because it's quite old, but it will be revitalized in the next year or two because there's a show that's being made about this story.
Like a TV show?
Yes.
All right.
I believe it's done by Apple.
Yeah, they do. They catch up on a lot of older stories, I feel, lately. Like the Foundation as well. It's a book series, but now it's a Apple TV series, right?
Yeah, I think I know that one. But I'm not a fan of turning, books into movies and shows unless it's done right. Plus, people never can capture that same story. Sometimes it ruins it, sometimes it complements. But it will bring walking away from the mic.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I still hear you, but a little, yeah.
Yeah, my bad. I kind of.
Okay, I think we got all our answers and all our.
We got a good picture of you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you for having me.
Yeah. we enjoyed it, and now the community will get to know a little bit more about Roland of Gilead.
Yes, maybe maybe this will help give me the motivation to keep, to keep at it. Sometimes I get in a little rut, and that's why I miss Moody so much. He used to push me. He knew what I was doing, and we talked quite a few times. But he was someone who would push me. If he see me in the community or in the Discord voice, he'll call me out and things of that nature. But hopefully, this is my attempt coming on your show, is to be more social, put myself more out there and engage. And
yeah, very good. Then I would say you did a great job, and I believe mission accomplished.
Yeah, and be on the lookout for my YouTube channel coming soon.
Yeah.
Very
All right. Sounds
And,
good. So,
Hope to see that channel, and I hope really to see you in game. It's gonna be fun to join the game with you.
Yes. I'm down to play with anybody, in almost any game.
Let's go on adventures in the influence zones.
Yes. Make sure we're strapped tight too.
Yep. Right equipment.
yeah. Okay. Then we're gonna say thank you for today, and hope you have a great day.
I will. Well, I think that's a lovely day. I was thinking about going into work, but I'm not. I'll probably just, I'll probably go for a walk and, soak up some of this vitamin D.
Yes, that's a must. So enjoy the rest of the day, and we're gonna talk on Discord.
Okay.
Very good. Thank you so much. That was so good.
All right. Oh, yeah. I think I did
How do you
okay.
feel? Yes, you did
That's
very
still
good.
okay. I'm all sweaty.